What's up, Reitanna? It's Reitanna Seishin here, doing our monthly patron thanking. The people who are on Patreon who donate are called patrons. So I am saying things right today. What is English? Okay, so let's go ahead and thank Mystique Terrain, Ghost Poison, Tracy Hodgson, Squishy the Bunny, Corrupted Who, Ravenna Song, Randomly Weird, Embla, Thorn Forest, Katie Crowley, and Jade Coyote. So thank you guys all for your support, and for those of you who saw the post about Aries needing to go to the vet, we had the vet visit, and unlike Gemini, his heart was fine, because we are 99% sure that Gemini passed away from a heart attack, because all signs point to it. So we took Aries to the vet to get his heart checked, and also he was making these rather loud noises when he breathed. So it was like, and that's not supposed to happen. So, and the vet checked out his lungs and was concerned about his lungs like, we were. And so he was on antibiotics for 10 days, and the sounds have reduced greatly. He still has a little whistly nose, and he still breathes kind of hard, so we're going to take him back for a follow-up to see if he needs to be on steroids for the rest of his life. So, you guys really helped out with that. All your money goes to necessities, basically. Anything that I get from Patreon. And then I also activated YouTube memberships. Stuff that go from there will be necessity money. And then I have a little extra money that I get from selling on a Japanese website called Booth. I sell Vroid clothing designs and stuff like that. It's a little bit of money here and there, and I use that as my own spending money. But the last time I spent any money on myself was a few weeks ago, a set of knives, because we desperately needed knives. Okay, so here's the story. We had a chef knife, a steak knife, and a paring knife. That's it. Those are the only knives we had. And me, liking to cook, that was a problem. All of a sudden, the paring knife just went up and disappeared. We have no idea where it went. And I've been complaining about it for a long time, and finally I decided we need more knives. So I went on to Wish, and I got this huge set of knives. Got a bunch of big ones, got some medium ones, and some small ones, and oh my god, they are so freaking sharp. They have little guards on them to keep them sharp and, to keep you safe and stuff. So, when I first used one, I think what was I cutting? It was either a bell pepper or a cucumber. It goes through them like butter. So sharp, so easy to cut. I don't have to saw it, just sometimes I do have to saw the bottom because it just doesn't get to the, when you're cutting up fruits and vegetables, sometimes the skin stays on. You have to kind of a little more pressure. But one time when I was cutting something, I just barely touched the blade with my thumb. I need to reiterate, this is barely touched it. And the cut was very, very small, but it bled. It bled enough for me to need a Band-Aid. And I was like, our old knives wouldn't have done that. And so I had already told Michael, be careful when you handle these, they're very sharp. But after seeing what it can do to skin, I was like, be extra careful. These are really sharp. These will probably go through you very easily. So, I'm much more careful than I was before, because even with our duller knives, I'm always careful when cutting up foods and stuff. But now I'm extra careful with these knives, and I'm pretty sure they're just like solid steel, And, you know, I was going to go for ceramic, but I read some things about ceramic and that it can crumble, and I didn't want that, so... and then I also bought a mug that says Crazy Rat Lady on it, and I have not received that yet. And then the last time I spent money before that was several months ago, and I think it was some felt for a project. So yeah, I mean, I'm barely a spender. Basically, we're waiting to see if our student loans get... what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, but our student loans will be forgiven. So when we see how that's happening, what's happening with that, if our student loans are forgiven, then Michael can, because he's, you know, really responsible, and I'm stretching, sorry. I value his opinion and his word. I say, can I have a monthly allowance to spend money on stuff that I want? And we haven't done that yet because of the student loans. We're not sure if it's going to be forgiven or not, because if it's not, then I'm going to need that money to help. And, you know, you guys donating also helps. So, I don't think you understand how much this really helps me. It's more than just content support. It's more than just fan support. And I've said this before, you don't need to donate to support me. But it also goes toward our lives. Not just my life, but my family's lives. So, you know, and you never know when Michael's gonna, I don't know, get run over by a car and survive, because these are the things I worry about. When he leaves the house, I worry he's gonna get shot or stabbed, run over by a car or something else. And every time I hear a siren outside and Mike's at work, I'm like, oh my god, that better not be him. So yeah, that's paranoia for you. It's good. It's great. So, and then there's me wanting to get my ankle checked out, which will it will need surgery if it's not too late. And I don't remember what's keeping us from doing that. My weight! Yes, I was going to get my ankle checked out after I lost a lot of weight, because I didn't want my weight to put too much pressure on my ankle after the surgery and just completely reverse the surgery and stuff. So that's what I'm waiting for. An update on the autism testing thing. We still have not followed up with that, and I don't remember what's keeping us from doing that. But I really don't know what's going on. It's been about a year since we realized that I might be on the spectrum. But other than that, what other updates do I have? Anyway, just thank you guys, for those of you who do have the money to spare and choose to, you know, donate to me. You guys are basically more of an income to me than YouTube is, because of the ads and the damage that those people did to my channel, which is why I would win a lawsuit against them. And I'm not going to go into detail about that, but basically, on my end, my financial situation, it has been crippled by these people. And that's very much against the law, but so every little bit helps. Every little bit, you know, makes me think, oh, we get to eat this month, so you know? And Michael's been with Walgreens for like, what, 13 years, and he's a shift lead, so he gets paid a little higher than, you know, the floor people, but they won't give him a raise. So it's like, do you even appreciate him anymore? And you know, but I have to say that we're not in as bad of a position as I was during my childhood, because we were poor. I grew up poor. Like, I have, you know, if the food is burnt, you eat it because that's all you get. Poor. I was so underweight. I was so skinny. But anyway, because of my financial situation being ruined by people who just can't stand having their own life, and are unable to be happy without upsetting others and hurting others. You know, every bit counts, and there aren't any words that I can come up with that could express to you how appreciative I am of you. Honestly, I express thanks more through baking, but I can't send you guys a bunch of cookies or a bunch of cupcakes. So, you know, I want to reach through your screen and be like, here's your cupcake. Like you get something I baked every month that I thank my patrons, and I reach through the computer, and go, here's your nom. But no, fantasy is fantasy, and things never work out, ever. Anyway, so if you like my videos, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Subscribe, spread the word of awesome, become a member, and don't forget to click the little bell. I need to rewrite this whole ending thing so it's not like a bunch of jumbles, and I shall see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye!